bringing the message of millions of other Europeans, Vicki Casserly and her son James come to the European Parliament to mark European Carers Day and a new European care strategy aimed at improving conditions for carers across the EU. For Vicki, caring for James and his little brother Tom while working as a county councillor in South Dublin has been a long, tough road.
James would have a lot of hospital visits, particularly when Tom was first born, and you're challenged with being a carer. You're still trying to be a mum, and it's tied, you feel torn. You're trying to mind both boys equally, but you have to provide, the care for the child that's sick or in need of support. And emotionally, for any guardian, that's really challenging.
Vicki says she prefers home care for James, who has cerebral palsy, but that there needs to be more help for people like her.
You really need to care for the carer. When you're in your home place, you can be who you want, you can have your family life, but just make sure that the adequate supports are there, that the carer isn't drained, tired, and it just knows what's there to help out.
Frances Fitzgerald of the EPP Group wants the new European care strategy to do just that. She admires Vicki and James's trek to get here and to make the issue all the more real.
He's on a journey around Ireland looking at accessibility, and he's in a wheelchair, and he's now come to the European Parliament and he's checking out how accessible it is. Actually, the results are good. Some more work to do, but he's overall pretty pleased with the accessibility here. But it's so important for us. It was very difficult to get a restaurant locally where we could have an accessible dining room and toilet.
Care issues, she says, are also a women's issue. Fitzgerald is the EPP Group's coordinator on women's rights and gender equality.
We have tens of thousands of informal carers in the EU. Many women. In the formal care sector, 90% of carers across the EU are women. So it's very linked to the equality issue. We have a care strategy, which is really fantastic. It's the EU reaching out to its citizens about something that affects young couples with childcare, right through the life cycle to long-term care and elder care. So the EU is finally saying this is important to us across Europe, and we want standards, we want solutions.
Vicki couldn't agree more.
Support in funding for services, first and foremost, because that alleviates stress from families and individuals that are caring for a person at home. That's hugely important in terms of putting the carer first and the well-being of the carer.
And in turn, the well-being of those cared for. Thanks to a lot of tender, loving, motherly care, James is becoming more independent.
It feels good because now I can go over to my friend's house and just do it. I'm 16 now, so when I'm older, in a year or two, I can go on holidays by myself with my friends. I can go to football matches now by myself with my friends.
He's already active on the social nets, and he's got big plans with the EU's Interrail program for youth.
I have 4,500 followers on Twitter and about 1,500 on Instagram. I really want to show. I want to go, my mission is to complete the 32 counties around. I want to document how accessible it is, and I want to document it on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Encourage other people to do it.
Encourage other people to do it, and show people that it is possible, and you don't need to be afraid.
With the care and support of his family.
I want to, and my family, we want to empower James to have that independence, and that's an important role of a carer as well.
The future of Europe, care is going to be critical, absolutely. We've an ageing population in Europe. We've a shortage of skilled workers who do the care. We have people who are going to need that care, both at home and in residential settings. We have to improve the standards. We have to improve the lives of the workers.